it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 60 yards. I got you, pop. Begin. Protein spill.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Begin.
On 1st and 10. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Set, 30 base.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Ready.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 4, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Defense.
Looking to throw. Holt going for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. He's got a convoy It's a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll begin the drive with Breda. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On first down, Holt. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go. 53 is the mic.
Back to throw. Holt going for Hurd on the deep ball. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
25, check 25.
Rock it.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Check 13, check 13.
Looking to throw. Holt nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go, 37 the mic. Mic 37. Check.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Come on, fight.
Off play action. Holt. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Kill. Topper. Motion.
3.
41 Mike. We own them.
3. 1.
Following the interception here, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
36. Check 3. He's coming.
1.
We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
1. 3.
He's coming.
1.
54.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Check 53.
1.
Go. Mike, 52, fellas, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Right there. 54 Mike. All you get is a headache. Check. Quick dance.
1.
Watch that.
1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And the Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mike. Switch.
Now they try the right side here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, 49ers, nothing.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Mike, Charlie. Right there in the middle, 55. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. One. Watch twist. Check. Lucky.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
He's not going to get me. No. Off. Check the backer. Check 31. Hey, alert 3. Check. One.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
49ers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, lock it. Get that quarterback. Jim. Hey, Echo.
Mike, 53, Mike. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come on here, come get some.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Buzz.
Kill. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Watch the screen.
Leo.
Watch the screen.
Gone.
10, check 52. Tighten up.
Ready.
Back to throw. Holt. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3, 55. 1.
Mariota on 1st down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Switch. Check 3.
3. Motion.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of his end zone, Mariota. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Joker.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
1. Here
we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Deuce.
1.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Watch the safety creep.
He's checking. Crash.
Mariota to throw it this time. And get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Where are they, team?
Take it.
1.
55.
3. 55.
From the gun, Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Eyes up.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. What a soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Holt. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Let's go, let's go.
Off the play fake. Holt, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Preston Smith there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not today.
One. Check 49. Check 49.
Check.
One. Back.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Pettis. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto, right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw. Holt. He finds McKinnon. Complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready, ready. 30 base.
Let's go, D.
Go.
53's the mic. 53.
Go.
53.
Stay with your man.
Let's go.
Hit it.
The final shot before break. Holt. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
One.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. He gets away from one. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch safety creeping.
One.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
One. 3.
Watch the whip.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Silver.
One.
Check. Crunch. Check 26. Check 20.
Three.
Safe.
One up.
Mariota. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
One.
Check line 54. Line 54.
One.
Tight down. There you go. Shift. Watch the shift.
Where are they, team?
Check your hot read.
Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd and goal, Mariota.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here I come. Mike's 5-4. Mike's
Mariota now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holt. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go.
Off play action. Holt. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Let's go, baby. Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
55 is my guy, 55. Quit talking about it. Hey, what? Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Now Mariota. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Tight dog. Check 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. A big play there. 97 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You can break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. Begin.
Protein spill. Hey, Alpha.
Check 4. Kill.
Hard. Hey, exit. Be grip.
To throw again. Holt nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? They can't stop me out
here. Down. 50, plant. You draw Corker.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
All day, baby, all day. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Holt. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Hey, zoom.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
2nd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Blue 18.
55, Mike.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. One.
55, Mike 55. It's coming this way, Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Sponge. One.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
49ers nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
1-yard gain.
We go. 18 Gator.
At the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holt. And this is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
53, check 53. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And we're pretty quiet, team.
Off the play fake. Holt. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The second down throw here for Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. Third down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10.
You better be ready.
Throwing is Mariota. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 44-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey.
Watch the screen. 53 is the mic.
Off play action. Holt nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 52.
Throwing on third and long. Holt completes it to Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Titans 52, 49ers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ready. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So this one, a Tennessee